kitchen. It is time to make some delicious popsicles. Now, if you've been doing all the exercises all day for field day, you're probably getting a little hot, you're probably getting a little tired, and you're looking for an icy cold treat. Well, that is what I'm here to bring you. Today we are going to be making watermelon mint popsicles. Now, the first thing you have to do when you're cooking really anything is check with an adult, because some of these things will need to be cut up and we'll be needing to use a blender today. So please do not start any activity without checking with an adult first. Second, you need to make sure that you have all of the things available that you need. I'm going to need some lime juice. I'm going to need some mint. I'm going to need a lot of watermelon. I'm going to need some coconut water. And I'm going to need some honey. Okay? So I have everything out here for my ingredients. I'll show you all my ingredients. And I have my measuring cups. So I know that I'm going to have to use 1 cup. So I've got a big 1 cup here. I know that I'm going to need to use a half of a cup. And then I wanted to show you something that a lot of people get messed up. So please call for a tablespoon or a teaspoon. Now these are 2 measuring spoons. This one is a teaspoon and this one is a tablespoon. You can see that the tablespoon is much bigger than the teaspoon. So it's important to look at the details and make sure you have the right equipment. Today, we're going to be using a tablespoon. Chopped up, it's time to get mixing. So we are going to put all of our ingredients into the blender. So 2.5 cups of watermelon. There we go. And this recipe is up on Class Dojo. And I'm actually going to include a couple more recipes too if you really like making popsicles this summer. We have a teaspoon of honey. Or a tablespoon, I should say, tablespoon, right after we talked about all that too. I have washed my hands so they are safe to use. That is probably the first thing you should do before you start any cooking exercise. Wash your hands. And when you finish, wash your hands. We are also going to put in a tablespoon of lime juice. We are going to put in a tablespoon of chopped mint leaves. And we are going to put in 1.5 cups of coconut water. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Ms. Barnes, this still sounds great, but I don't have popsicle molds at my house. How am I supposed to make popsicles? Great question. You can use just about anything around the house to make popsicles. You can use empty yogurt containers, small paper or plastic cups, or you can even use your ice trays and use toothpicks as the popsicle stick. Now, in terms of other popsicle stick recommendations, you can use plastic silverware. So just stick the spoon or the fork in there, and then you have the end of the plastic silverware to hold on to when you're eating your popsicle. All right, we have all of our ingredients now ready to go. Now, as I said before, the blades in the blender are very sharp, so this is something that you're going to want to have an adult help you with. Okay? So we are going to put on all of our important blender stuff. Where's my, okay, there we go. Whew. Now this is going to get looks wonderful. All right. So if you do have molds that you want to use to make the popsicles, you're going to take those out. Now, before we pour all of the mixture in, we are going to take some of our leftover watermelon and we're going to add those chunks directly to what we're going to freeze the popsicles in. That way, while you're eating it, you get some frozen watermelon too. So I'm going to just chop up some watermelon slices really small. I'll show you the pieces that I'm going to put in. You don't want them to be too big because you don't want them to take up too much space in the popsicle. All right, so pieces I'm making are about this big. This big. And then I'm just going to drop a couple of them in each of the molds. Now, I hope you've been doing all the other activities this summer. Well, we'll be doing all the other activities this summer. These are things that you don't have to just do today for field day, but these are things that you can do all summer long. And the reason I chose this recipe for popsicles is because it has mint in it, and mint is something that you can grow yourself in a backyard garden. You can use mint for lots of things besides just popsicles. It's a great add-on to have when you're cooking in the kitchen. So, I've almost got all of these little watermelon chunks in here. What kind of popsicle flavors would you make? If you could choose any popsicle flavor in the world, what do you think you would choose? I mean, this one looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie, but I think if you could tell by my t-shirt, my favorite's probably always going to be strawberry. And I did include a strawberry and peach popsicle recipe that will be going up on Class Dojo too, so that you can choose to make those if you would like. All right, I'm going to show you my little molds. You can see there's a little bit of watermelon inside each one of them. So next, there we go. Next, we're going to pour our mixture into all of the molds. So if you're using yogurt cups, you would pour it in there. Really, you can pour it into whatever vessel you have. And you see it looks just like that. There we go. Now, I know you might want to enjoy these right away, but unfortunately, these should freeze overnight before you try them. That way, they get hard all the way through and they won't melt as soon as you pick them up to eat them. Okay? Now, the next step is to add the sticks. My little molds are handy because they come with a little top and the top sticks right in. I'll show you that. See what I mean? You can stick the top right in like that and it clips in. Now, if you don't have this, you can put in popsicle sticks. You can put in the plastic silverware that I was telling you about. If you do it in the ice cube trays, you can put in toothpicks. And one of the things that people commented on was, yes, but what if it won't stay up? Well, you can take 2 pieces of tape, one side each. You'd put one over here to the mold and one over here to the mold, and that'll keep it upright while it's freezing. And then once it's frozen, you won't have to worry. Okay? So these will go into the freezer. Now it says you could do it for 5 or 6 hours, but I really recommend overnight so that they're really nice and frozen. So I'm going to put these in the freezer. There we go. And then tomorrow I'll be ready to try my delicious treat from being outside in the sunshine all day. I hope you enjoyed making popsicles with me. I miss all of you so much, and it's so good to be able to share some things with you. I really love to cook, so being in the kitchen is one of my favorite places. I hope you get to try these recipes and the other ones that I'm sending to you, and have an awesome summer.